everybody's attention for a couple of minutes, please, so we can get started. Welcome to Squad 3 of the Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. Thank you all for coming to support this year's event. I know we have people literally coming from all over the country. Today there'll be 4 squads of doubles. This is Squad 3. We have space for Squad 4 for walk-ins and re-entries. We will start taking those at around 5 o'clock. The standings will be updated. Currently, the standings after the first 2 squads this morning are behind 39 and 40. They will be, the prize fund will be announced by the end of the week. Singles and doubles will be paid out at a ratio no greater than 1 in 5. If we have any coaches here for Sunday, please remember we have a short coaches meeting Saturday night at 7 o'clock behind the arcade. If your coach cannot attend, please make sure you have a team representative there. All bowlers are reminded you must be in the bowling alley by 8:15 Sunday morning. Folks, please, can you just give me a few minutes? I'm asking everybody to please be in the bowling alley by 8:15 Sunday morning so we can start on time. Many of you are driving back out of town after that tournament. I want to be able to get you out of here. This year we will be using the large room in the arcade directly in front of the ramp as a paddock. It will be locked each night if you want to leave your balls in there after you're done for the day. Parents and spectators may sit in the back row with the seats down from the concourse, but not in the settee area. If you are interested, our college coaches meet and greet starts around 6 o'clock tonight, and that'll go on from 6 to 8. Ball surfaces may be altered or changed at any time up to the first ball thrown in competition by the bowler. No substance may be placed on the outer surface of the ball after competition begins. Once competition is started, all sanding products must be removed from the settee area. A couple of people have asked me today if you haven't already bowled. The old Purple Hammer and the Spectre are the only 2 balls you cannot use. The other 6 balls that were originally questioned by USBC you are allowed to use in this event. To maintain a consistent pace of play and in consideration of the next squad, all bowlers are required to observe a 1-lane courtesy and deliver the ball in a reasonable amount of time. No covering or sunglasses may be worn during competition to include hats, caps, bandanas. No earbuds, iPods, or headphones will be allowed while competing. Additionally, no cell phones will be allowed in the settee area while competing. We have, please pay attention to this, we have 6 bowlers, 3 teams, on I think 3 through 12 or 14. The rest should have 4. Make sure you are bowling across from your partner. So if you're A, you should be bowling D. If you're B, you're bowling E, C, and F. If you get to a pair and need to remove the letters and can't do it, please contact the desk. They will do that for you. You have not been assigned a letter, so just pick a letter and stick with that as you move, please. Teams are responsible for ensuring you are noted in the correct age group. Any team turning in a sheet in the incorrect age division will receive zeros for that squad. Teams are responsible for keeping their own score. Each team must have another bowler not on their team verify their score. You must have your score sheets verified. If you do not, your score will not count. Score sheets must be turned into the tournament registration desk after the completion of a round. Any score sheet not turned in will result in a 0 for the team for that squad. Fortunately, that has not happened yet today. Winners will be determined by the score of all bowlers for all squads. This is important because we've had some confusion with this. Please listen. We are bowling on lanes 3 through 60. This squad is pretty full. We are not using 51 and 52. We will be skipping 5 pair to the right. Do not, when you're counting the 5 pair, please do not include 51 and 52. Skip over that. So you're skipping 5 pair and bowling on the 6th pair. Please contact the center control desk with all lane maintenance issues, and please do not bowl with pins in the gutter. For those of you that are new for this squad, our apparel sponsor Coolwick is here, Jay Jones. We have shirts, we have hats, we have jerseys that our sponsor is selling. The gentleman in front of me with the bazooka on his shoulder, who's probably the best photographer I've ever seen, takes great pictures. Jay will be walking around taking pictures, does absolutely great work if you want some pictures of your kids. And also joining us, we will be live streaming the rest of today, tomorrow, and Sunday. I want to thank Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling, came all the way from Utah to do this for us. So thanks, Mike. He's one of the best in the business. So looking forward to a good live stream.
Where? On which page?
If anybody wants to be able to see their kids, you want to send messages to anybody, you can watch it on Inside Bowling through YouTube. And I believe, Mike, these will be archived there. So anytime you want to watch it in the future, if you happen to be on the live stream, want to watch it in the future, you'll be able to do that as well. Okay, your lanes are coming on for 10 minutes of practice. Good luck.
I love his speech. It's taken 7 minutes.
It's gotten shorter. Hey. Ironically, that's not the first one I've seen.
Dead ball 36. Dead ball 36.
found it.
So it's like if I go too far that way. So, I'm gonna try that. Try that, see if this will give me back in. That's gonna do the same thing, but I'll try.
Like 2 more boards to your right.
With this?
Yeah. Hit the front half. Hit the front half. Give it to me. Go.
And good afternoon, everyone. Got a different soundboard here today. Mike Flanagan here with you. We're going to get things started here in just a moment for our opening round coverage here of the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. I'm broadcasting here today from Newcastle, Delaware, here at Bowlerama. Glad you're with us here today on Inside Bowling. It's been a little while, and we're very pleased to be here at this 5th year event, thanks to Billy Gasson and, of course, his wife, Deb, who put this thing on along with Vicky Coughlin. So we want to thank them for their help in making this possible and making it possible for me to even be here today. This is a big weekend for youth bowling. There's a lot going on here. So much that this is my first time being here that I invite some of you in the chat room to help me understand what's going on here as well. I have a lot of notes here, a lot of things to get into. And I'll start with welcoming you into today's broadcast, and feel free to come along for the ride in our chat room. Say hello right here on Inside Bowling. I've got coverage for you here today. We've got the regular doubles right now, and then I've got the Baker doubles coming up here in a couple of hours. That'll be a separate stream. We already had one squad of regular doubles and one squad of Baker doubles earlier today. All the scores are posted on the wall here in the building. Billy Gasson will be joining me here in a little while, and we will go over some of those scores and let you know what they are. There are 9 different divisions in the regular and Baker doubles. Of course, 3 games of regular doubles here for you. 9 different divisions in age groups and collegiate and mixed and boys and girls. So there's a lot of that. We'll go over it when he comes in. Tomorrow we'll be with you all day with 4 squads of triples. They call it triples. Some people call it trios. Here it's called triples. You can re-enter in any of these events, and then we'll be here Sunday for the Baker team. So we've got 2 streams for you here today from Delaware, 4 tomorrow, and 2 on Sunday. Bowlerama lanes here was started in 1958. They've got AMF SPL2 lane surface here with wood approaches. The lanes were installed about 12 years ago. They got a great restaurant and bar here. They got a kids zone. They do a lot of birthday parties here. And they got a great youth program. 1 out of the 6 kids here in the youth program went on to bowl in Junior Gold this year, thanks to General Manager Jeff Benson and his supporting cast here that do such a great job with the youth program. Stacy Mitchell and Robin as well. So I want to thank everybody that does such a great job here at Bowlerama with the youth program, and that's why they've given up their bowling center here this weekend for this big youth event, the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge, put on by Billy and Deb Gasson. So thank you so much to them. Shout out to their son Matt as well, who's an accomplished bowler, also works in the industry for Storm products. So that gives you a little rundown of what we have here for you today. We're going to be featured here lanes 25 and 26, 27 and 28. Practice will be winding down here in just a moment. And when we look at lanes 25 and 26, we have Malia Mickiewicz and Sierra Archangel are bowling together in the 18 and under all-female division. And then also they're going to be bowling with Marty Snyder and Ian Powers in the 18 and under all-male division. Next door over on 27 and 28, we have Drew Bobeck bowling with Jackson Brewer in the 18 and under. And then in the collegiate division mixed, I have Amber Benson bowling with Asante Barquette Jr. That's in the collegiate division on 27 and 28. The teams will be moving pair to pair after every single game, and we'll have new bowlers coming in for every game for you. What you got for me?
That's regular doubles. That's the standings.
Standings. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at those.
You want me to?
Whenever you're ready, yeah. All right, joining me here to help me explain things. I think I went over just about everything I possibly could. Billy Gasson's going to join me here in just a moment. I think he is anyway. That should just flip around. Should be good to go right there. And let me turn you up here. Got a copy, Billy?
Yep.
All right, wonderful.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah, I just gave the rundown of everything that we have going on here. Let everybody know. The thing that I have not done yet is thank the sponsors. We want to thank Storm Bowling Products. This tournament is also a PBA Junior affiliate event. We also want to thank the Center for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery.
That's actually Dr. Leo Menendez and his wife, Dr. Amy Zimmerman.
Thank you for your sponsorship of this event, and I believe they had a child bowl this event, right?
Yeah, Nick Menendez was actually one of the best in the country, and because they're both doctors, he decided to go to Villanova.
Okay. And we want to thank several pro shops for making this thing possible, for supporting the event. World Class Pro Shop, DKJ Pro Shop, Bowlers Mart, and Double Up Pro Shop, which happens to be right here at Bowlerama. We'd also like to thank the great folks, great distributor Bowlers Supply. We'd like to thank the official jersey sponsor of the 2023 U.S. Storm National Junior Team Challenge. We want to thank Coolwick, of course, Turbo, the Coughlin family. Of course, Vicky is here. Is her husband here as well?
Yeah, David's here, too.
Dave, yeah, Vicky and Dave. They're here helping run the event. Also, we want to thank the Danny Wiseman Scholarship Tournament for taking some of their scholarship dollars generated and donating it to this event. And then Recruit US. This is an official Recruit US event where the young athletes can be recruited to get into college bowling through Recruit US. Or is it Recruit Us?
People call it both. I refer to it as Recruit Us.
Recruit Us. You're involved in that one as well, right?
Yeah, I'm actually director of bowling for them now. Have been since January.
All right, Billy. Well, glad to be here, bud. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you.
And we got up and running here today, and it looks like everything's coming through loud and clear. And want to welcome in all of our viewers, of course, and we're going to get started with some competition here as I introduce the players that we have here on 25 and 26. I did that once already, but remember we do have the all-female team here of Malia Mickiewicz and Sierra Archangel, along with Marty Snyder and Ian Powers, who are in the 18 and under male division. Next door on 27 and 28, again, we have Drew Bobeck with Jackson Brewer in the 18 and under, and Amber Benson along with Asante Barquette Jr. in the collegiate mixed division. So we got 4 teams here for you as we get going. You got 9 divisions in this thing, right?
Yes, we have 9 divisions. 3 age divisions, 15 and under, 18 and under, and collegiate. And then I broke that into all male, all female, and mixed. So we have 9 divisions. And I did that because last year some of the feedback that I got was that when there was a pair of all-female teams bowling against some of the super males who were really, really good, that parents didn't think that was fair. So I decided to break those up this year.
Just a second, we're trying to get it loaded.
So you got mixed, just female, just male, in 15 under, 18 under, and then collegiate.
Yeah. Collegiate is really 19 and over, essentially. Anybody who is 19, 20, or 21 can bowl the event, even if they're not bowling in college.
And the way the scholarships are awarded here, is it what ratio?
For singles and doubles, it's 1 in 5. For the team, it's 1 in 3.
Make sure the first bowler is red before you throw your first ball.
Okay, it looks like I get to switch out a graphic here. You ready? This is how we do this right here. We're going to do the 3D plane. I want you to just watch how cool this is on the screen. Look at that right there. Game 1 of 3 coming up right here.
Wow.
Yep, I know. It is modern technology.
So actually, we're lucky because several of these bowlers in front of us, I'm actually very familiar with. Up on 25, Milja Mickovic is a SYC and PBA junior champion. Her mom was actually a pro bowler, Jackie Sellers, who I met many years ago at the old women's PBA regional when my son Matt bowled a Pro-Am. Next to her on 26 is Sierra Archangel. I've known her and her family for a couple of years. Sierra has done very well the last 2 years at Junior Gold. Kind of a top recruit for 24. She's from Long Island. She was Long Island Bowler of the Year for 3 years. She's heading into her senior year. She is undecided. Have a number of good schools really looking at her closely. I'd rather not say which ones.
Yeah, we don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah. And has just done very well, really developed a lot over the last couple of years. Getting up on 27, Drew Bobick actually is from Crofton, Maryland, has bowled some of my Mid-Atlantic Tour events back when I was up in Maryland. On that pair also is Asante Barquette Jr. Asante was one of my bowlers out of Fort Meade, and he is actually bowling for Wright State currently. And his partner is Amber Benson. Amber also is going to be one of the top recruits. She did really well at Junior Gold this year. I think she may have made match play, actually. If not, I think she lost in the round. She may have not made the final cut. Amber's one of those girls that has flown under the radar, has gotten really good the last couple of years. And she will, I'm not sure what school she's looking at, but she will be getting offers.
Yeah, she throws it really nice.
Yeah, she's
as you can see from that shot right there.
Yeah, she's really come a long way. She actually lives down in southern Maryland, but her parents, again, they got serious, and they've been coming up and bowling the Mid-Atlantic Tour events the last couple of years.
This lane pattern I actually happen to have up here looks like it is 33 feet in length, almost 28 milliliters of oil. It's using just tank B, which is ice oil.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's 1.21 to 1. It's very, very flat. Looks like it stops oiling on the way down at 30 or 21 feet, that is. Yep. And then it buffs to 33, and then on the way back, it applies more conditioner starting at 15 feet and back. It just buffs the rest of the way. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of hook.
So needless to say, well, the gutters here don't always play, which makes it a little interesting. And that's why the scores have been pretty low today. A couple of kids have hit it, just like anything else. You get enough good bowlers in one place, and somebody's going to hit it. We did in the regular doubles this morning. We did have a 670 and a 650, but most of the scores are pretty low. I think kids get frustrated and they start missing spares, but it just plays really tough. A little speed sensitive, because if you kind of try to keep up your speed outside, it's easy to throw it through it because of the way the gutters play here. You just saw that on 25, right? Just makes for a very challenging pattern. This pattern is actually the 2012 Sydney pattern, which has been used at the USA team trials, I think last year. So a lot of people talk about patterns. You have this many kids of this much caliber that are here. There's several Team USA players here. I've always believed in making it tough. They bowl on enough easy stuff during the year, and honestly, my tours have proven that, they bowl enough on this harder stuff that it just makes them better. Makes them better.
I like Malia's look to the pocket there. Strike, spare, strike using urethane outside. Yeah, you talked about earlier. You had 677 was by Adam Atkins. He's in the regular doubles for the collegiate division. He bowled with Austin Caulfield, and Austin gave him 520 for 1197. They have almost a 100-pin lead over second after this morning.
Austin's actually from here in Delaware. He bowled at Weber, and Aaron has actually also bowled at Weber, but he just recently transferred to northern Oklahoma, I think he said.
Just looking through all these sheets of paper you gave me here.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. It's looking to looks like in the 18 and under all male division earlier today, 667 from Logan Chappell.
Yeah, he's also one of my bowlers. He's graduating, and he is going to bowl for New Jersey Institute of Technology. He wants to be an engineer.
Yeah, it's really nice bowling there earlier today. So you can average 220 on this. It is possible here today. Yeah, they definitely look tough. And then the Baker doubles earlier today, which we'll have for you coming up here after these three games are over. We'll break the stream and start a new stream here tonight. We'll have Baker for you. And then again, tomorrow's the triples, and then we've got the Baker team competition on Sunday.
Yeah, so the Baker, this all started with the team event, and when I started in 2016, it took me a year to build that event. Back in 2016, the PBA League hadn't started, USA Bowling didn't exist, and with Matt kind of finishing college bowling, and there was a little more collegiate bowling on TV. I think it was the first year of the PBA League. Kids were watching Baker bowling, which is true team bowling, and didn't have anything to bowl. And I said, I'm going to create an event that will give kids the opportunity to understand and experience what it's like to bowl in college. And it has just grown from there. We went from 26 to 32 to 45 to 56, 56, and 51 teams this year. So it's been a very, very successful event.
About how many entries you think you'll end up getting here? This is the 5th year I heard for this event, and it's just grown so much. How many think you'll end up with here?
Well, we have 51 teams. We had what typically happens here is, it's kind of funny. The second year I ran this, I distinctly remember this, and this is kind of how this grew. Justin Bone walked up to me. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here this year. But Justin Bone came up to me and he said, the appeal of this event is we get to bowl with our friends instead of against them. And that's why I did away with singles for this year. I had probably 140 or 60 singles entries last year, and I did away with that because, kids come in, they see other kids, people they know, they've never bowled with, or they want to bowl with them, and this gives them an opportunity to do that. And what happens is they come in and they're here and they don't leave. They just keep re-entering. So we probably have let's see, we got 4 on a pair, 4 times 50 lanes plus 58. We're going from 3 to 58. So
how many lanes they got in here? They got
62.
Lanes? 62.
Yeah. So we got I don't know. Let's see if I can do the math real quickly. We got 2 teams on a pair times 52 times 56 or so. Plus some have 3 on a pair, so probably 100 and something teams, just this squad. I think we had 70 something this morning, so it's about 200. That's just regular doubles. That doesn't include the Baker doubles. Right. So kids bowl this, and they're bowling with their friends, and hey, I want to re-enter. Or we bowled regular doubles. Now let's bowl Baker doubles. And, they come in and they just keep bowling.
The other thing that I like is everybody gets a fresh start for each one of these events. So you can come in, you can bowl your 3 games. Okay, we did well or we didn't do well. All right, let's fire up the next one. Let's totally restart. And then, you get new patterns every day as well.
Right. Well, I've always believed in a variety of patterns. I think, kids want to bowl. These kids, people don't give these kids enough credit. These kids like bowling on tough stuff. They want the challenge.
Well, you're going to get one to hit this time? Oh, no. And just can't figure out that right lane.
A lot of them, they even if it's tough, you don't see the kids complaining about the patterns. They enjoy the challenge. I mean, how is it that a lot of them came in and struggled this morning, and now they're back? I mean, look at the number this afternoon. The kids that re-entered. So it's been great. We have college coaches here. We're doing the Recruit Us meet and greet tonight. The reason I did that was because of the NCAA rule over not being able to talk to they're not allowed to talk to girls until after they're done competing for the day. So I used to do the meet and greets in the morning, and I moved them to the evening so that it was easier for the coaches. They didn't have to go through, potential problems with not being able to talk to the girls.
Again, if you're just joining us, Mike Flanagan here with you. We are here in Delaware, and I'm joined by Billy Gasson here in the booth, Newcastle, Delaware to be exact, Bowlerama. What a great facility here. I was up talking to General Manager Jeff Benson, and I was also talking to some of the owners here that want to remain anonymous. They like to just keep their center running well, and they like to do their thing, and I respect that 100%. But what a great place to host such a big event. You got 62 lanes here, and you got plenty of room for everybody to come out here and participate in this event. In the future years, if somebody's just tuning in, how would somebody go to sign up for this thing in 2024?
Well, if you want to bring in a team, because we will lose teams this year because people will age out. Usually I open, if all somebody needs to do is send me a deposit and tell me you want to bring a team. Typically, sometime around December or January, through the Recruit Us website, we open up the registration for doubles, triples, or whatever other events we run, plus the collegiate clinic and the meet and greet. So we give people plenty of time to sign up, although a lot of people wait until the last minute. We just try and, in today's world of youth events, you have to plan these things out at least six to 8 months in advance, because there's just too many large events that are going on. I had mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned to you, but this year is kind of unprecedented in terms of youth bowling, where, and you can go over the 6-week period where you had Junior Gold, you had Teen Masters, you had the PBA Junior Regional in Myrtle Beach. This event this weekend. Next weekend is the PBA National Qualifiers for their national championship, the Junior National Championship. And then the week after that is the SYC in Milwaukee. So 6 weeks in a row, huge events all across the country. Kids have plenty of things to bowl and showcase their talent, and that's a great thing. It's really a great thing.
I'm sure Elite Youth Tour has something going on in there too at some point.
Yeah, Deandra probably. I mean, her and Tough Shots, and I mean everybody has I'm sure something. I'm sure Jeff Hemer out in the Southwest has probably something going on. It's usually a little slow around the Junior Gold time. Usually August 1st, with the season starting, is when people typically start their tours up again. So,
well, I've been watching everybody bowl here, and I'm really impressed with Miss Miskevich here. Malia, I really like how she's controlling the pocket. She's just using her urethane ball, and she's consistently hitting the 1-3. She hasn't been able to knock them all down. She's coming in a little bit light. Seems like when she misses just a little to the right, she leaves a 2-pin, 2-8, something like that. And when she goes right up the lane, she's hitting the pocket and just trying to knock them all down. I see, using that purple hammer, she's got a big oil ring on that bowling ball because it doesn't flare. And I have not seen her wipe it off, actually. So it might be a recommendation, I would say, here. There's a lot of oil on that ball right now.
Yeah, she's actually supposedly a really good softball player, too. Wow.
That's right up the lane. That's got a shot. And she's struck every time but once on that lane. She is not giving away the pocket at all. Picking all her spares. Seems like straighter is much greater on this oil pattern here. Very flat, 1.21 to 1 ratio, and it's just a little bit on the outside. But as you mentioned on the open, the outside really doesn't play in this house. So these kids are bowling on about as flat can be here.
You mentioned this house. One of the reasons I picked this house when I moved from Maryland, besides the size of it, when I moved the event from Maryland, was they've run a lot of big tournaments here. They've run a lot of TNBA regionals, TNBA nationals. Next week, the second week in August every year here is Battle Bowl, UBA Battle Bowl. This place is, you think it's packed now?
Oh, Battle Bowl's here now?
Has been here the last couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's you can't walk into this place. It's a madhouse.
I remember when Battle Bowl was at the old Carolier. But I'm dating myself about 9 years. I actually had a memory flashback come up 8 years ago. I was testing a bowling ball with Ebonite International. It came up in my feed today 8 years ago. Time just flies, man. We were talking on the phone before I came up here about first time you believe you met me was when Matt and Marshall Kent bowled with Adam Barta at a Boot Hill tournament.
Yep. I actually have a funny story about that tournament that happened. So Matt and Marshall were trying to get together to bowl, and they needed a third. And I don't know if it's because they were in college or, what the deal was. And Marshall wasn't quite as well known at that point. And it was a funny thing because Matt had always wanted to bowl with Adam Barta. And he didn't know him. He really didn't know him very well. And he crossed with him in St. Louis at the your event in December.
Holiday doubles.
The holiday doubles.
Yeah.
And I said to him, hey, why don't you ask him if he wants to bowl with you or if he's bowling? And he said, so he asked him, he said, yeah. He says, maybe I'll do that. So waited a couple of months. They end up hooking up. Well, at that time, Marshall was a little naive about bowling. He had, he was from the Northwest. He really didn't bowl a lot of big tournaments, and he wasn't known. So, and he had actually just bowled a tournament the week before in St. Louis and got crushed. He told me he went all brackets and got crushed. And so, anyway, they ended up bowling this event, and of course, Woody always puts out these ridiculously hard patterns, and the first game, Adam shoots like 130 something, and Marshall said to Matt, "Who the hell is this guy?" And anyway, so I think the next game they went 60 or 70 or 80 over and jumped from like 12th place into second or something like that, and then ended up doing real well in match play. But to kids like that go and win an event that, you had people like Brian Wallachek and Alex Aguiar and Rob Gottschall and just name people that the top amateurs in the country that were bowling that thing regularly, and it's a feather in their cap to come away and win something like that.
I always like trying to scout out talent here, and I've covered some youth events, but youth events are not my specialty. I call a lot of action on the PBA Tour, the PBA 50 Tour, and some PWBA. But coming out and getting to look at some new players here, this Malia Miskevich, I know we've been talking about her a lot. That one's too far out to the right. Is it going to get back? Wow. She got that one much further right. I am super impressed with her game. She can bowl 229, and she can be the class of all 8 players here by a long shot. I'm looking around at some other pairs. I do see there's a possible 214 out there over here on lane 32. But I'm not seeing many 200 games. I see a 209 over on 23 and 24, but she's got a real simple game, and you never know. I don't want to throw this out there too early. That one's up the lane and is still probably going to sit there and strike 10 back. She could be a PWBA champion one day.
She's very good, and she's another one. I have said the girls that are currently coming out in 24 and 25 will change the face of women's bowling in this country. I firmly believe that. These girls are so unbelievably talented. She's a senior. She's going to be a senior, so she's another one coming out in 24. Now, I don't know exactly where she's looking. Those are 3 pretty good shots.
Yeah, 229. She reminds me, she doesn't have the same delivery style, but she reminds me of Carolyn Doran-Ballard, the way she plays the lanes. And, of course, Alyssa is here in the field as well.
Yes.
We do have somebody in the chat that's just salivating over Sean Buck. Is there a Sean Buck bowling this event?
Yeah. Sean is, I forgot who Sean bowled with this morning.
Looks like he's with Angelo Galafaro here today. He's down on 9 and 10 currently. So we got some Sean Buck fans here in the chat room. Want to say hello to everybody in our chat room as well. If you have any questions for Billy Gasson or myself, Mike Flanagan, we'd be more than happy to answer them for you. We're just getting started here this weekend. We've got the Baker doubles on tap here tonight. Then we'll take a break, come back tomorrow morning with 4 rounds of triples all day long. All of those streams are already scheduled. You can go to youtube.com/Inside Inside Bowling, and you can find all of those different streams. They're already sitting there. You can hit the notification bell to remind you when they start. It'll pop up on your phone. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we certainly would appreciate you doing so. We're over 75,000 subscribers now, and I got a lot of content coming out here in the next couple of weeks. Looks like we got a question. Do I have a pin? You can borrow this pin, but you got to keep it on this table. That is a special pin. So one of my favorite pins that I got from the Grand Casino Hotel when we were out doing the PBA tour this year. Every day, if you take the pin off the nightstand, they give you a new one. And everybody on my team, we all have like 4 or 5 of these pins. Thank you, sir. So 229 start here for Malia. Super impressive. Also had 186 up on the board there. But low scoring on this flat oil pattern to get things started here. We'll have some new players moving in to our lanes here coming up here in just a minute. The skip procedure is moving 5 pairs to the right. Is that correct? Somewhere around 5 pairs, I think.
Yeah, they're skipping 5, bowling the 6.
Skipping 5, bowling the 6. So it's been a while since I've done this without having lane pairing sheets that tells me where everybody's going. So which pairs will be coming here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one down there, that would be 15, 16, 13 and 14, 15 and 16. Yep, that looks about right. And I do want to apologize to my audience here. A lot of times I have multiple pairs I can switch around to, but had a little hiccup in getting my equipment here this week, and I was able to stream. You probably can't see any difference here, but I will tell you, a lot of this equipment is either new or refurbished equipment that I was able to scrounge together to even get here and stream. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have. I do think tomorrow I'm going to be able to expand the coverage a little bit, but that's what we've got so far here. I think the next thing we got to get you is we got to get you like a little website or something.
You know, I don't know. I just don't like being bothered with.
We got to get you. We got to get you a website somewhere to upload the scores and stuff like that. I gotta help you out with that. I gotta figure that out.
Okay.
If I'm gonna keep coming and streaming this event, that's how I'm gonna try to add to it.
Okay.
Try to help you out with that.
I
It's
appreciate
awesome.
it.
It's awesome. I just like to be able to.
Well, this looks. Sunday's really special. This place will be packed to the gills, parents and kids, and it's as good as any college tournament to sit and watch. It gets in the afternoon when it goes to single elimination match play. It gets pretty wild in here. Parents who have never watched their kids do that get pretty crazy.
So because I don't have any other cameras, I do have a way just through the MacBook here. Since we don't have anybody bowling right now, this is probably the best I can do. Let's see. I'm going to bring it in right now. Here we are.
There you go.
Me and Billy right here bringing you the coverage. This is just my MacBook screen here. I should probably just make sure it's clean. Oh, it's clean. Looks good. But yeah, it's great to be here with you. Trip in yesterday wasn't too bad from Utah. I had one layover. It was about those 2 hours in time zones is quite a deal, but I'm used to it by now. But what's up with the weather, man? It was raining when I got in here yesterday. A lot of turbulence in the air.
Yeah, I mean, not being here anymore, I don't know what the weather's like.
Yeah, you moved to Florida. How is Florida? Good for you?
Yeah, it's been good. It's a big life change for me, not working any. It was a lot. You sell your house after 32 years. You move to a place you've never been to. You buy a place you didn't visit. You especially after a hurricane destroyed everything around it.
Yeah.
You stop working. You try to figure out, what am I going to do with my time? You reach a phase in your life, and people always say, oh, that should be the best time of your life, and you should enjoy it and relax and do everything. And I can't sit still. I mean, I have to keep busy, and that's how I got involved with Recruit Us, and I gave my tour I let somebody else take the tour over up here, and I started another one down in Florida, which has been very successful. Kids love bowling my stuff, and I think a lot of it's because I don't make it easy. I give value to my parents. I learned early on the golden rule. He who has the gold rules. And so building relationships with the parents is really important when you're doing this. And they start to believe in you. Of course, they know I have college contacts a lot, which helps. And I'm always willing to help, right? Any kid, I had a mom reach out to me from one of my families from Virginia, and hey, we're getting started in the process. Can you help us? And I saw her today for the first time in a year, and I said, look, whatever, you got my number, so whatever I can do to help, all you have to do is ask. And again, I don't want to go into the whole story about Matt, but all this really originated from Matt and our family, and Matt probably not going to college if it wasn't for bowling. And it's really a pretty incredible story. I don't want to go into all the details, but so much good has come of it to our family that I tell people it's not even an obligation to give back. It's just I'm compelled. And once you start doing it, and then on top of that, you start having talent. I was very fortunate when I started again in Maryland. The talent level, Kayla Starr and Nate Trentler and Andrew Blaney, and Maryland had had very few Team USA players. Certainly not junior team. I think there were just a couple. It was Matt, a kid named Mike Marsico. It had some Team USA players, back in the day, Kendra Gaines, John Gaines, Anthony Chapman, Tony Chapman, really solid, talented young players at the time. But it was very rare. I mean, kids used to laugh at the kids from Maryland from Junior Gold. They never took them seriously. Well, guess what? That's not the case anymore. We've had three Team USA players in 2 years after a drought of 10 years with Matt or so. And so now I go down to Florida, and the girl who won the 15 and under, Larry L. Tharps, has been coming to my tournaments in Orlando.
Yeah,
and I've got a bunch of
Larry L. That's her second show too. I know she won this time, but she made a show a few years ago in Indianapolis. I remember being on the call on that one.
Pat Costello was down. Just like Danny Wiseman was up in Maryland helping coach our kids. They have Pat Costello. So the kids in these areas have been very, very fortunate that there's people like that who continue to give back to bowling and to the kids in their area. I know Danny has started.
I know this guy right here too. He bowled.
Micah Voorhees.
He bowled team trials this year.
Yeah, Micah Voorhees he made the team at team trials.
Yeah,
he's from Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Yeah, I followed Andrew Anderson and John Janowitz around for a block, and he was on their pair.
Yeah, really nice kid, really nice family.
Yeah,
he would come down to Maryland and bowl my stuff occasionally from New Jersey.
Yeah, did he go to? Which one? No, it's not that one. There's a kid that went to Mount Mercy that only brought one bowling ball or something. I forget that kid.
Tommy Burns?
Might have been. Yeah, might have been.
Tommy Burns was from New Jersey and went to Mount Mercy. A couple of kids other well-known kids that went there just transferred.
Do you know Eric Littig?
Yes.
Yeah, you remind me of Eric Littig a little bit. When you guys both do so much for young bowlers. When I'm up in Waterloo every year, which the PWBA is coming up in Waterloo here this upcoming weekend, I believe it is, that next week. They got their big tour championship up there, but what a great bowling town that is. But Eric's always up there at those tournaments that I stream every year, twice a year, the Evanite events. And boy, it's just like sitting here talking to Eric. Letting you guys know your stuff more than I do, that's for sure.
Well, and it's funny because I've known who Eric is, and obviously Matt bowled against St. Ambrose when he was at Robert Morris, so I kind of knew who he was. And I went over and introduced myself at the Junior Gold Trade Show because with Recruit Us, we've been reaching out to partner with youth tours, and we'd like to partner with his youth tour in Iowa.
Yeah,
it's a little different for him because he's already a coach and he's got.
Let me see if I can remember it. It's a Greater Iowa Youth Bowlers Tour.
Yeah,
I think they called them Jizbits, is what we called them back in the day. That was Gizbits, something like that. The delay in action, everybody, is we've got 3 teams that are going to be moving down here instead of just 2. So the 2 teams got finished. Well, we're going to have game 2 for you here in just a bit. Mike Flanagan here with Billy Gasson. He and his wife, Deb, they put this thing on here 5 years now in the making and invited me to come here this year. And here I am, and here's Billy, and we've got a whole weekend of youth bowling. I guarantee you this, folks, when you watch this all weekend, somebody will come through our live stream pairs that will be a champion on either the women's tour or the men's tour. That's almost a guarantee.
2 years ago, when I did this event, I had every Team USA, junior Team USA player here except for Jillian Martin and Spencer Robarge. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you remember Salome.
Oh, yeah, Salama, yeah.
This is the first time in 3 years he hasn't flown in from California to bowl this. He would come in and bowl with people that he knew to bowl this. I mean, he showed up one year, and I was like, I didn't even know you still bowled.
Solomon Salama, $2.99 on national television, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was like only 13 or 14 at the time, I think.
Yeah, he crushed him on TV. I think he was still on like a black hammer or pitch black or something like that. It was your thing, I know that.
He might have won 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I believe he was a multiple-time champion. Yeah. I can actually, you're going to
go look that up.
You're going to think this is unreal here. Let's go into my Google Sheets. I believe I have, well, that ain't it. I believe I have Junior Gold
champs.
Yeah, I did the Master of Ceremonies this year. Let's see if it's on this machine, but it might actually be a doc file. Let me see if I can look this up here real quick. Type in gold. Let's see.
By the way, while we're on here,
yeah.
I do want to say something. It's a little serious. I know we.
I know where you're going with this.
We tend to kid around a lot, and I am gonna do something special on Sunday that nobody knows that I'm doing. But the bowling world in the last 2 weeks has lost really 2 great people, and we talk about tomorrow's never guaranteed. And it's a real shame to lose 2 quality people like this who basically dedicated their lives to helping youth, to helping people. Charlene Harmon is one. I came to know the Harmons pretty well. She had actually been battling cancer for several years. Just a real shame she succumbed to that about 2 weeks ago, and so our thoughts and prayers go out to Mike and Mike Jr. and Ian and all the other people in their family. Just a horrible thing. Charlene and I kind of worked a little bit together. When I moved to Florida this past January, my first event, I went to River Lanes in particular because they knew me and I knew them, and I wanted to break into that market in a place where people knew me, and we sold it out. We had, we used most of the house, couldn't use all of it. We had 56 spots, and we sold it out. And so, again, our thoughts go out to them. The other one is a little harder. That was completely unexpected. Dr. Jerry Weems passed away several days ago, unexpectedly. Everybody, almost everybody in the youth bowling world knows Dr. Weems and his son Joss. Joss is one of the top U15 bowlers in the country. They're out of Chicago. We were partnering with Dr. Weems. He had just started a company with a gentleman named Tristan Hanna, Apex Mental Performance Services. We were going to do great things, had great things planned, and we had gotten to become even more friendly through this partnership and our business discussions. Just a horrible thing, and again, our hearts go out to Sharon Weems, his wife, and Joss, and I think he has I'm pretty sure he has an older daughter and probably a grandchild. But again, all of them, and just an awful, awful thing. I was sent. It's kind of funny. I don't know how I ended up being one of those people, but whenever something happens anywhere in the bowling world, I get a text or a message almost immediately saying, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And I got this message from somebody who I'm not even that friendly with, and said Dr. Weems passed. And I thought it was, at first I thought it might have been a spam, and I was like, how would they know who this was? And so I started messaging around just to see, to try and verify this, and sure enough, unfortunately, it was true. And I had so many people text me and say, please tell me this isn't true. And I said, as far as I'm hearing, it is. Anyway, it's a very unfortunate thing, and again, our hearts go out, our thoughts and condolences go out to the Weems family and to the Harmon family.
Absolutely. Yeah, I saw everything on Facebook, and pretty devastating, that's for sure.
So it looks like our bowlers are finally coming over. And the young lady in front of us, Aline, is currently bowling at Weber International. And I know from her Facebook post she's been working very hard on her game.
She's bowling with Jordan Ship. Also coming over is going to be Nyla Wilson and Savannah Razor. And then right next door, it looks like we're going to have
Sierra's buddy, Amanda Granada.
Yeah, Amanda Granada, Damian Nieves, Leah Varela, and Jamie Pilati.
So more kids that I know pretty well, some of them anyway. Now, Jordan Ship, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's a male or a female. If it's a female, I think she bowls at Florida A&M.
It's an all-female team.
Oh, then she bowls at Florida A&M. Right? Do you bowl Florida A&M? Apparently, I am headphone deficient.
Yep, no problem. I got you covered. I wonder what took these two groups so long, because it is only 2 teams on each. I guess they're
no, they had 3.
Well, I'm only seeing on the sheet here.
Oh, because at the bottom.
Oh,
so
there's
what
more
happened
at the
was
bottom.
I had 4, and then I had to add them in. So
Now
they
I
came
gotcha.
over with them.
So we're also going to have.
Are you bowling here?
We're also going to have Logan Bloom and Andrew Arnold, along with Dante Casey and David Gilliam. Got it.
More of my bowlers.
More of your bowlers. Yeah, the only thing you can hear is right through these headsets. So yes, they hear you right now.
That's good.
So this special girl standing in front of me is So this is a pretty great story. You want to talk about kids that are just natural athletes. So this is Andrew Blaney's sister, and she used to bowl, not real seriously, but she was a backup bowler. Alyssa is the famous person I hashtag as Alyssa the pitcher. She is a softball player and probably one of the top high school softball pitchers in the country. I'll brag about you, though. And she recently switched from backup ball to bowling two-handed.
Nice.
So, and recently won a tournament bowling two-handed. So, it just goes to show you when you have hand-eye coordination and you are a natural athlete, you can pretty much do anything, because the timing of going from a backup bowler to a two-handed bowler is not easy.
No, not easy at all.
Just bowling two-handed wouldn't be easy.
Hey, what's up, Mark Deering? No, this event's only gone on for 5 years. Talking to Mark here in the chat. No, there's a lot more youth events nowadays than there were when we were bowling back in the day, buddy. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well back in St. Charles area, I believe. So let's introduce the players here who we have. Looks like we got, who do we have over here on 25 and 6?
I think he bowled pretty well this morning. That would have maybe on the bottom.
Logan Bloom, Andrew Arnold.
Let's see. They're bowling with Amanda.
Yeah. Of course, there's Leah Varela, 18 and under mixed division.
So Linden Bowling, he's probably still in high school. He's probably from Linden, New Jersey.
I think it's, it might be Jaime Pilati.
It's Jamie.
It is Jamie Pilati or Damian Nieves. One of those two.
Yeah, I think Damien's the one with the glasses, actually. Oh, they both have 6. That's why it took so long.
Yeah. So we got Savannah Razor here, Nyla Wilson up currently on 27.
Nyla was actually one of my bowlers from the D.C. area, and she just finished her freshman year, I think, at Southern University, if I remember right.
I also need to let the viewers know that over at InsideBowling.com we do sell some merch. We have some T-shirts and hoodies and things like that. And if you want to go over there and support our stream, you can. And you can use coupon code YouTube to save 15%. YouTube saves you 15% over at InsideBowling.com. You can use that code anytime. 15% off apparel. Again, if you're just joining us, we'll be having streams all weekend for you. They're all scheduled on our YouTube channel. We've got the regular doubles right here. We got Baker doubles coming up a little bit later for you here tonight. Tomorrow we'll have 4 different squads of triples. And then we'll also be back on Sunday with our Baker team competition.
Okay, Amanda Granada just struck on 25. So Amanda has been one of my bowlers from New Jersey for several years. Her mom and her used to come down for junior gold qualifiers. Amanda made match play at Junior Gold recently. She is headed to Youngstown State in the fall.
Doug Kaburski
She loves penguins, and she worked in a local zoo where she took care of the penguins.
So her college decision was based off the school mascot, maybe?
Not the mascot, but they offered animal science, or she originally wanted to be a vet, so that had a lot to do with it. Had a great year at Junior Gold, had a great year in general, bowling. She was just recently elected into her county Youth Hall of Fame.
So it's marking August.
We might have an issue. When you're down there, you're supposed to go to 3 and 4, right? So she was very bad when the team was on, the one that's not working, the one that's 4. When you skip 4, was actually functioning. 3, 4 was 3, 5, 6, right? That's where they go all the way down there. Yeah, 5, 6. Everyone seems to be already bowling on all those things down there.
They probably didn't skip.
So I don't know what.
It should be if there's an empty pair, it should go on the empty pair.
Yeah, being the tournament director here, you're getting a lot of questions here. Skipping pairs, moving pairs. No, I mean just up here in the building.
Well, the problem we have is there's a pair that's down, and even though you make announcements, people don't always listen.
One of these pairs here was down the last squad, I think, 27 and 8. I think they got it working now. Had a ball issue.
Yeah.
Looks like we got some teams that have bowled on the wrong lane. Several parents coming up asking Billy what to do. So we'll let him take to that. We do have a couple of doubles up on the board here. Again, this oil pattern very, very flat, 1.21 to 1 ratio. Got a total of 27 milliliters out on these SPL2 lanes that were installed 12 years ago here at Bowlerama.
And she throws it really well.
Yeah, straps on it. Reminds me of Jordan Richard a little bit.
I'm guessing she bowls in college, too. I'm not sure where, though. And then on 28, David Gilliam is getting up. David was another one of my bowlers from Fort Meade. Has come a very, very long way. He will be headed to Milligan in the fall. For those of you that follow college bowling, I am telling you right now, keep an eye on Milligan University. They will be a surprise team this year. I really believe that. David, they had a half-decent team last year. They're a fairly new program. I have a number of kids from my Mid-Atlantic tour that are there already. Nate Trentler, one of the top bowlers in the country, is headed there in the fall. There's another kid named Alex Evans out of Florida, who tremendous bowler. He's headed there, and there's a transfer. I can't remember his first name. His last name is Collins. That is transferring in from St. Ambrose. So they're getting 3 or 4 really quality players this year. So Coach Brian Rickert really has a great opportunity in front of him. It's interesting how some of these schools, I always say when they didn't even have programs, or when Matt was in school not 6-7 years ago, nobody talked about these schools like Lawrence Tech, Indiana Tech, but kids are now looking for engineering schools and technical programs.
SCAD is another one.
And yes, SCAD's another one. Now, of course, the coaching, has something to do with that as well. But, these kids are getting attracted to other schools that have, other kinds of programs other than just business or, whatever it is. And so they're, able to grow programs.
Yeah, I think the big takeaway there is they've got a lot of variety now, and not a lot of kids were torn. I want to bowl collegiately. Well, where do I go? Well, here's the places you can go, but I want to do this in life, and there wasn't always a good matchup. And now there's more matched up majors with bowling programs than we've ever seen before, which is great for the kids.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. I mentioned Sierra in the first game, and I had kind of helped her a little bit with looking at schools, and she wanted to study chemistry or biochemistry, and I went into our app. We have an app that we've rolled out at Recruit Us, which allows you to go in and search by major any collegiate program in the country, NCAA, NAIA, junior, college, or club team. And I may have already told you this. You want to guess how many schools have bowling teams that have biology or biochemistry as a major?
How many schools have biochemistry or biology as a major?
That have bowling teams.
How many? I'm going to say 3.
62.
62.
62. And the only way you'd know that is on our Recruit Us app.
62.
Yeah. Now, she's an NCAA girl, so guess what? Louisiana Tech, Tulane, Duquesne, Sacred Heart, UMES, they all offer what she's looking for. So, it just, again, where do you go to find this stuff out? And that's where Recruit Us kind of comes in. So I've actually asked Dennis, I'm going to have to go set up in a few minutes at 5 o'clock for the 6 o'clock. So I've asked Dennis to join you to kind of help out. He knows a lot. He knows some of these kids and, can talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we're doing to Recruit Us.
Yeah. Dennis is involved with Recruit Us?
Dennis owns Recruit Us.
Oh, he's the owner?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the principal of Recruit Us. I'm kind of a flunky. No. I came on as director of bowling to help him grow Recruit Us through my contacts, to grow partnerships, to start getting the word out from the ground up, to roll out our software app, to help him with our events around the country, to expand the things that we are trying to do. We met today. There's a gentleman here who came up, and it looks like we have to kind of work out the details, but he recruits athletes from 10 different Asian countries, and so he's very, very interested in joining us and trying to figure out how we can make that work for kids internationally. So a lot of exciting things going on for us. Unfortunately, I'm supposed to be retired and doing this part-time, and Dennis works full-time and does his part-time, and it's people think Recruit Us is this big organization. It's really the two of us.
What's Dennis's last name?
Strohmeyer.
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 Perfect. So you need to roll then? You'll send Dennis over whenever you get a minute?
in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have till about 5 o'clock.
Okay, no problem. Do you want to address this comment here in the chat, which is a very good one here from Base Snob, actually. Vincennes University used to offer a bowling industry management as a major under the instruction of Coach Gary Sparks, and the school had a very successful intercollegiate bowling program because of it. That is true.
Yep.
And I hated to see that go away.
Yeah, and I think what happened was Coach Sparks actually, I ran into him at Bowl Expo this year, and he's very interested because he has retired and moved to Florida. And so he's very interested in coming. He said, whatever I can help with, or, whatever we can get together and do something. So, what I'm thinking is, trying to involve him in maybe one of my events that I do on the East Coast of Florida, and have him come down and talk to the kids, give another coach's perspective of, bowling, and just kind of see what happens from there. But yeah, he had I think he won a couple of junior college titles, I think, with Vincennes. I think they were junior college.
Yeah, I believe so. And they were I know they had a link to Brunswick Corporation as well. Brunswick recruited a lot of their managers coming out of Vincennes.
Yeah, and had a very successful program. And actually, Ronnie Russell's son, I think, is going there this year.
Yeah, and shout out to anybody that might be watching with Bowlerama Corporation. Maybe Bowlerama could get involved with a school to bring back the bowling center management and recruit managers for their bowling center since they are growing so rapidly. So there's an idea born right here on our airwaves. So if anybody wants to take and run with that, they certainly can.
You know what? I don't know if Mike Sleds is listening, but I've been trying to put bugs in his ears about a lot of things, so I'll just add that to the list.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one. Boy, that ball hooked. I was surprised to see that plastic ball hooked there. And Amanda, a really good bowler. It's very surprising to see her whiff the 610. She looks pretty dejected right now. I've seen 2 5-pins missed here, Billy, right here in front of us. I didn't want to draw too much attention to it.
There was another one on 24 just missed. The pattern tends to be a little speed sensitive. If you slow down, it obviously, because it's 33 feet, it hooks a lot at the back, and if you, just the surface is such that it's just really easy to throw it through it.
Yeah, it just keeps going. That's a good shot. Oh, roll it. Oh, man.
She really throws it well.
Yeah, she does. She's got a release that many of us would kill for.
I would.
Savannah, yeah. Interesting leave here on 28. Looks like it's going to knock it down. Needs to be set back up.
So I have confirmed that Savannah bowls at Alabama State University.
Okay. If she can work on her control of that $1 million release, she could be very, very good. She's well on her way to a career in bowling here.
So I don't think we talked about Dante. Dante is another one of my bowlers from Fort Meade. Dante, I think, graduated this year.
That looks good.
Or is graduating next year.
He's got a little aggressive bowling ball there. I liked his line there. Just maybe a little too much ball.
Yeah. He tends to play pretty straight.
The next squad, you said, starts at 6 o'clock tonight?
6 o'clock. Hopefully we start on time. It looks like we might be running a little late with 6 on a pair. But we'll get everybody checked in and be ready to go. I'm really anal about being on time. Starting on time and ending on time.
Well, hopefully, I mean, this is one of the slowest groups right here.
She throws a good
nice shot, yeah. She just had the one shot there where she got it a little wide and got the 3 count off the right, but off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah, she came. All these kids came up from Florida last year. They've come up, for my tournaments and supported me, and a couple of them bowl at Weber, and she, she's been working I don't know if she bowled a lot at Weber, but I know she's posted a lot of videos of working out at Kegel and has really worked hard on the game, and those are pretty good right now.
It's like Amanda converted the spare over there, letter A, on lane 25. pretty good there.
Amanda bowled pretty well this morning, too, I think. She and her partner were sitting in first place after the first. She bowled with Sierra this morning, actually, and they were sitting in first place after the first round this morning.
My buddy here from Linden Bowling, he's really having a tough go of it here. He keeps throwing it in the gutter and then getting 9, and then I thought he threw that one really good and it just never hooked. Now he's got to try to hit the head pin and not miss it to the left. Nice cover. Nice cover with the spare ball. He might just want to go to the spare ball. We saw Anthony Simonson on the PBA Tour this year. He needed a game late in the block when the lanes got really tough, and he threw a plastic ball and bowled 220.
Shocker.
When 220 was more like 250 at the time.
I'm not so sure. I mean, he's using I don't know if it's plastic or it's pearlized, but something that might be a little longer and continuous. He just switched balls. I think he just pulled that. Oh no, that's not him. I can't see very well.
No, over here.
Yeah.
All right, Dante, let's see what you can do here. You need a little more speed if you're going to stay on the right side of the head pin. Is that one going to hook? Wow, he's peeling it off the gutter. That looked good.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but you got to get the ball to find the spot. If you play in the gutter, it's got to find it in the exact right spot. That was a good shot by Amanda.
I want to take a look at this shot again, just peeling it off the gutter here. I'm going to watch it at about half speed. Let's bring in this replay. Oh, looks like I messed up the replay timing here. A little rusty here. I don't have my monitor either. I don't know why it's not playing properly. I'll work on it.
To the person in the chat that a while ago asked if Dante was limping, yeah, I think he was. But he's also thrown 4 strikes in 5 frames, so I think he's doing okay. That's a good cover. That was a great shot. That was Nyla Wilson. Well, I'm going to see if Dante can get his 4-bagger, and then I'm going to head out for the next squad, and I'll stop back after they get started.
Sounds good. See if Dante can do it, peeling it off the gutter. Last time on this lane he went Brooklyn, but he parlayed it into a triple there. Got a ball change over here from my man with Linden Bowling. Brooklyn. Oh, hook.
Whoa!
Yeah.
He got a little fast with that.
Yep. And that's the price you pay when you play that close to the gutter. Double gutters are possible when you're playing that kind of line.
He got a little fast with his feet. I think they ought to use this next week for UVA. What do you think?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea.
Oh, he spared it up.
Nice cover. Very nice cover.
All right, Mike, I'm going to head out to get ready for the next squad. Thanks for having me. Good talking to you as always. People, enjoy the live stream. And as I said earlier, please keep the Weems and Harmon families in your thoughts. And I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, buddy. That's Billy Gasson, everybody, joining me here in the booth. He is the man behind all of this. And I appreciate his invite to come here and bring you this competition here at Bowlerama here in Newcastle, Delaware. Again, we'll do a little reset here, let you know that this is the 5th year for the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge, put on by Billy and Deb Gasson. It is a college recruiting event through Recruit Us or Recruit US, depending on what you'd like to call it, where you can go in and you can recruit as a college coach. A lot of colleges are here watching the bowlers compete, which is awesome for opportunities for these young bowlers to be able to go to college on a scholarship and continue their game, getting better with some of the great coaching we have in college bowling. You're watching the regular doubles. We had the regular doubles already today, this morning. We did not stream it, but we are now streaming the regular doubles. Second squad here. This is the last squad for that. Then this event will be over. 9 divisions. We've got U15 female, U15 male, U15 mixed, U18 female, U18 male, U18 mixed. So there's 6 of the divisions, and then we have the exact same setup, female, male, and mixed in the over 19, which is the collegiate division. So that makes up 9 divisions here in this one. We're here at Bowlerama, as I mentioned, started in 1958 here. Great proprietors here. Also want to thank General Manager Jeff Benson, as well as let you know that they have AMF SPL 2s out there on the lane. A lot of high friction, but as Billy was telling us, the outsides don't play great here. And the players are bowling on a 33 feet in length, very flat oil pattern with about 20, pull it up here again, 27.995 milliliters of oil, ice oil. So if you miss left, it hooks as a right-hander, and if you missed right, it doesn't hit the head pin sometimes if you get it going away. That was a great shot right there on lane 27. Nice double on the board. By Nyla Wilson. Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with what Dante's been able to do out there. Dante Casey, 18 and under division. Other than that gutter ball, his last 4 or 5 shots have been pretty good. Capitalizing on the Brooklyn in there as well, but he's splitting the 8-9. He split the 8-9 on the gutter spare, that's for sure. A lot of talent, a lot of bowlers here in Delaware coming out to this one. It's sold out. And if you're going to be around all weekend, make sure you check it out. Especially you want to be here on Sunday when the Baker competition goes underway. I was told this thing here is going to be like a college bowling event. It's going to be loud. You're going to have a lot of exciting competition out on the lanes. Hello to Rachel Barnes in the chat. Cheering on Savannah Razor. Billy was talking about this is right in the middle of the heart of the youth bowling schedule here. Junior Gold, of course, was a few weeks ago. He rattled off about 6 weekends of competitive bowling, including this one here. So youth bowling is thriving. There's a lot of different events you can go and bowl. Is that going to hook? Unfortunately, no. We've seen her make a couple of shots that have been just a little bit wide, but that one much wider, of course. But covering all the spares. This one's going to be a tough one to cover. Nice try at the spare there. 4-4, though, in the middle of the 8th frame. Not good. I thought that spare shot was good. Awesome, Rachel. That's your cousin out there. Is there a place someone can you find all the events in one place? Trying to can you find all the events in one place? You're wondering like the standings or whatever. They do not have a website set up with standings. They have a Facebook page, but I don't see any standings on there. Wow, she got that one back from a long ways away. I think this is going to work for me now. Watch this one, everybody. Watch this shot right here. This ball just peels off the gutter. Wow. Pretty impressive. All right, everybody. Billy told us we were going to have another guest, and there's Billy on the intercom, by the way.
Registration for and check-in for the 6 o'clock squad is now open.
All right, check-in is now open. And speaking of checking in, we've got Dennis Strohmeyer here from Recruit Us.
Yep.
Or is it Recruit US?
Either one works.
That's what Billy was saying.
It's play on words.
It is, but Recruit Us. So tell everybody at home a little bit about what's going on with Recruit Us.
Yeah, so Recruit Us was established about 7 years ago or so, and with the whole purpose of helping athletes get connected with college coaches. So since that date, this thing has just exploded, and we're doing things all over the country, so it's pretty exciting.
And are you just involved in the bowling only, or are you involved in this with other sports, or?
Yeah, so we started branching out the past couple of years for into soccer and cross country. We're trying to pick up some of those secondary sports that don't always get the visibility that it should. So having run in cross country in college myself, that's something that's kind of close to me. So we're glad that we're kind of getting into those other sports, and we kind of hopped into it recently just because the coaches were from the bowling coaches kept going back talking to the colleagues and saying how good of experience they're having, and they're like, hey, can recruiters come do something for us? So we hopped in with both feet.
That's awesome. Now, do you have much bowling background yourself, or?
No, just growing up as a kid, hitting the leagues occasionally, nothing too extraordinary, and it was just a way we got involved with this was just a way that my son and I could stay in touch as I was working out of town a lot when he was about 8 or so, and that was our father-son activity. So it's really kind of grown up, and he was one of the first success stories out of the Recruit Us, and now he's a post-grad and has a full-time job, and it really paid off for us.
Well, that's awesome. So you've probably learned a great deal about bowling in a very short time.
I never thought I would be a coach, I'll tell you that. So love the sport, though. It's really become super close to me, and it's been a fantastic trip.
This has been a good event. This is my first time, coming up here. Billy gave me the invite, of course, and the amount of kids that are coming out and bowling this thing is just incredible.
Yeah, Billy has really created something special here in Delaware, and when you pull in an event this size from and bring athletes from all over the country, it really just tells how well this is run.
I see a little guy here coming in, Eli. It's so cool to see the young kids, the older kids. You got kids wearing jerseys from the same state. I think is that Indiana?
Yep. Zach Wilson there. Yeah, it's a small world. I mean, we were just at Junior Gold just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was like, man, there's a lot of familiar faces here today.
Nice shot to finish out the game on 25 there. All the different styles in bowling is so interesting as well. People throwing with two hands with huge rev rates. You got people throwing with one hand with very low rev rates, but it's all about being able to do the same thing over and over again consistently is how you can be successful in this sport. It really doesn't matter how you throw it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's impressive is that the talent just keeps getting better and better every year. A lot of students of the game is what I'm seeing. A lot of great coaching happening out there, and so it's really exciting to see this sport grow. We've probably talked to five new colleges every year that are starting new programs.
Five new colleges a year starting new programs. Wow, that is pretty stellar.
I think they just found a way that they can expand their demographics and bring new opportunities to their campuses.
And where's home for you?
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Okay.
Yeah. But I've lived in 12 states, so
12 states.
12 states, and I went to high school in Japan. So
and you're not very old.
Military will do that for you.
12 states. I'm gonna let's play a quick game here, just because we do have the time. And 12 states. All right, I think I can get all 12 states in 19 guesses.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna go with Ohio.
Oh, that's a good call.
So there's one. All right. Have you lived in California?
Yes.
California. Have you lived in Texas?
Yes.
All right, I'm doing good.
Yeah, you are
doing
knocking
good.
it out of the park here.
You said 8. How many? 12. How many states?
12 states.
12 states, and I got 19 guesses. All right, 19 guesses total. So we got Ohio, California, Texas so far. How about Arizona?
Yeah, that's one of those border states. I don't really count it because I was just there for a short period for school. So
was that one of the 19 or one of the 12?
You get like no.
Okay.
You get a half a point though because I forgot about Arizona.
Well, then we're gonna go to 13, and I'm taking Arizona.
Love it.
Nice shot out there, by the way. Nice
Yes.
double there in the 10th frame. All right, so I'm taking that one. I'm going to give myself that one. All righty. Florida.
No.
No. So I got a wrong. This is my wrong list. Wrong list is Florida. Florida. All right, military, right?
Yep.
And this is states. This is total states.
Just-
We're not talking about the overseas stuff.
That's correct.
Hawaii.
Yes.
Hawaii. I'm going to go with New Mexico.
Yes.
New Mexico.
Man, you are crushing this thing.
New Mexico. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. You've probably lived in Alabama?
No.
No, okay. All right, Alabama. I'm doing really good on the West Coast right now. Nice finish out there, by the way. Nice finish out there. Nyla Wilson finishes with 2:03. The last 4. That's super impressive. All right, so I've got 6 of your 13 states here. I got 2 wrong so far. I can have 6 wrong total. All right. Probably need to move myself. I feel like I need to go northeast. Feel like I need to go northeast here on this one. All right. Have you lived in Washington, D.C.?
I have not.
All right. I was on fire to start. What about Georgia?
No.
No, I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, you're on a downhill slide here.
Do I just need to just stay? How about Nevada?
No.
All right, Utah.
No.
All right, I think I might be out of my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can only get 1 wrong after this. All right, let's go with Louisiana.
No.
All right. What are the other ones?
Oh, now you're going to make me try and remember them all here.
Exactly.
So, we got Washington.
Oh, all right. So you stayed out west.
Yeah.
Oregon.
Originally from Idaho, so we'll
Idaho.
count that as Idaho. I'm also an alum from out there. North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yep.
We got a guess in the chat. West Virginia.
Oh, that was close.
Virginia?
No.
Oh.
Let's see here. Indiana.
That puts you at 10.
You got Minnesota on there? Did we say
Nope,
that?
nope.
All right, so Minnesota. How many are we up to now?
11. 1,
got-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Missouri?
No.
Iowa.
No.
Nebraska.
No.
Kansas.
Illinois.
Illinois. Dakotas.
Nope. So where are we at
Montana.
now? Let's see here.
That's 12.
And then Arizona was that. You put Arizona on there.
Yeah, that goes with 13. So you're missing one of your states you lived in.
Oh, what is the state there?
What a great shot on lane 26. We got some new players coming in here.
Really figuring out those lanes quickly, aren't they?
Yeah, pair to pair here. Got one more state. Tennessee,
Yeah.
Kentucky. Anything on the Northeast? Maine, Connecticut,
No.
New Hampshire, Vermont,
I always have to think about what grade I was in,
Michigan?
where I lived. So.
Michigan,
No.
Montana. I think I said you didn't go to Alaska. I'm guessing.
No, it did not go to Alaska, but I've been there.
Arkansas. We got Oklahoma.
Well, you think it'd be easy to
Colorado.
remember all the places you live.
Was it
So,
Colorado?
Yes, Colorado. Thank you.
That was it. It's the only one I think we're
There it
missing.
is. That's it.
Colorado.
Yep.
So you have lived in Ohio, California, Texas, Arizona, Hawaii, New Mexico, Washington, Idaho, North Carolina, Indiana, Minnesota, Illinois, and Colorado.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Now, guess what state out of all the states that I've not been to? And there's only one.
There's only one state you haven't been to.
I've been to one state.
I mean, the first obvious answer, I think it's too obvious, is Alaska.
Nope, been there.
Maine.
Nope, been there. Vacation there last year, actually.
Then it's one of the Rhode Island.
You got it.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
There it is. Little
So
roadie.
if we have any Rhode Island fans out there, you know, we'll come out and you tell us where the good eats are out there.
We're talking it over here with Dennis Strohmeyer from Recruit Us. We are now getting into the third game here. Swap out our graphic. We got some new players coming in. And I don't have the best sheet in the world to tell me where these players are coming from. So now I got to kind of I got to find a player. Sydney Smoot. We will look up Sydney Smoot.
You know, I got a sheet that'll help you out. Give me a minute.
Oh, okay. All right. I see Sydney on my sheet here. So Sydney started on lanes 3 and 4. She is bowling with Jaden Burrell. Saw Jaden leave a 4-pin. And then Kyle Wolf and Eli Franco also on that pair, along with Braden Cassidy and Maxwell Binware. And then next door, we've got Owen Kennedy bowling with Troy Welker. Andrew Blaney bowling with Bobby Habitler. And then we've also, that's all we've got over there. So 25 and 6 will be completed before lanes 27 and 28. And how about a strike there? For our buddy Eli Franco from Indiana. What's that?
The website that they're being streamed?
Inside Bowling. It's on YouTube. Yep, YouTube Inside Bowling.
Partial list.
All right. Yeah, I was able to find it here.
Okay.
So I am in good shape here. Anything that says a 3. So 3 and 4, we've got Braden Cassidy and Maxwell Binware, along with Kyle Wolf and Eli Franco, Sydney Smoot, and Jaden Burrell. That's who we have on lanes 27 and 28 now. And then it looks like we've got next door, we got Troy Welker with Owen Kennedy, and then Andrew Blaney with Bobby Habitler.
Yes, here's only a partial list, it looks like. So.
I'll tell you what, Owen Kennedy here, he throws it with 2 hands, and the last time on this lane he threw a strike and it looked really good, but that one's not going to hook. Got that one way too far left down lane. Again, if you are just tuning in, we will be back again coming up at 6 o'clock Eastern with the Baker doubles, finals qualifying squad for that. This is a Beat the Board event. We had Baker doubles earlier today and the regular doubles earlier today, and this will do it for this event. And, of course, tomorrow we've got the triples, 4 squads of them tomorrow. We'll be with you all day for that. All throughout the day. You can check those times on Inside Bowling. We've got all the streams scheduled. You can see it right on youtube.com/Inside Bowling. And then we'll be back Sunday with 2 streams for you. We've got the Baker team event and then the Baker team event finals, which will be very exciting Sunday afternoon for you. We are here in Newcastle, Delaware, here at Bowlerama. Mike Flanagan here with you on the call. I'm joined from Recruit Us, Dennis Strohmeyer. This is a collegiate recruiting event through Recruit US or Us. Both are acceptable. And our man Eli Franco got a Brooklyn strike the last time up. He throws it with 2 hands. He's got a really good shot. Is it going to hook? Nope. a big conglomerate here from Indiana, which happens to be one of the states that you've lived in.
Yeah, that's where my son got his start. So went on to bowling college. So really grateful for their program out there. Really strong, great group of people.
And did you say where he went? Did I miss that?
Yeah, I know I didn't mention it, but he ended up going to Olivet College up in Michigan.
Oh,
so
cool.
Small little program up there, and
very cool. How old do we think Eli Franco is here?
Oh man, that's a tough call these days.
I know. Eli is 11 years old, which I'm telling you right now, Eli is going to have a step up on the competition because we got 9 divisions here. It starts at 15 under. U15 division is what they call it, right? So he's got 4 years to grow before he maxes out of this division. He's out here getting very valuable experience.
Oh, for sure.
When you're 11, 12, 13 years old, you're bowling against 15-year-olds, and you're out here just, soaking up all this knowledge, trying to grind out a little scholarship spot here. But this is where you cut your teeth. This is where you can really get better. Even Kyle here, these youngsters, it's the future of our sport here.
Yep, and they're putting on a great show, and really, they got grit.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if Habitler here, does he play for the Chicago White Sox? He looks like he plays for the White Sox. Look at that shot. Man, that's like Lou Bob. Luis Robert just hitting it out of the park. Who's 24 for the White Sox? White Sox, 24. Not that it has to have anything to do with this. Yasmani Grandal wears number 24. I don't know if there's any sort of relation there. Tell you what, I really do like the bowlers that put their state on the back. Really is helpful from a live streaming perspective, because here's Owen Kennedy from Delaware. He's got a good, that one ain't gonna hook either. That's almost identical to his last shot on that lane. Nice shot out there. Nice shot. Bowling with Sydney Smoot is Jaden Burrell. Jaden's got a real nice game. All right, here's Eli Franco here. What do you think, over or under 8 pins on this one? What would you give him?
Oh, I think he'll go over.
I think he's going to go Brooklyn for 9.
Oh, yeah, you called it. You called it.
Oh, how about that? Brooklyn
nailed
for
it.
9.
All right, I'm taking you to Vegas, Mike.
There you go. Brooklyn for 9.
That's great.
He went Brooklyn the last time and got a strike. He's got to be throwing a light bowling ball, so I just played the odds there. Man, I'll tell you what, though, I'm really impressed with Habitler over here, man. This guy's throwing it great.
He's digging in and staying focused. That's what you need here.
Bobby Habitler. He's in the collegiate division. He's crushing them right now. He's got a 4-bagger. He's got his purple hammer working well. That is one thing about these patterns, is when you make them really tough like this, urethane plays a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And with these new urethane rules and stuff that are kind of coming down in some particular leagues and that out there, when I say leagues, PBA, it's really interesting how all oil patterns and stuff is going to change. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm a bowling purist. I do like bowlers to be challenged to see who the best are. But there does come a point when it becomes so one-dimensional with a urethane bowling ball in your hand that you kind of miss the whole ball progression, which is part of the game, and you just get stuck in a urethane ball when they're really tough, and you take most of the lane out of play. And I'm not so sure that is the most challenging. And if we can find out who the best bowler is out there, I'm really kind of torn right now with what our game has become with the way the patterns have been developed with urethane, because I think it's a crutch. Just grab your urethane ball, keep the ball in play. And that doesn't seem like that takes a lot of skill. I mean, it takes skill, obviously, from getting to the line the same way every time, hitting your target, rotation, and speed. But when it comes to equipment, I think equipment has a skill as well.
Oh, I agree.
And look at this. I mean, he's peeling it off there, man. Bobby, he is nails right now. I love the way he's doing that. But see, he's if he were to bowl 6 or 8 games on this, he'd be in that ball the whole time.
Yep.
He would never switch balls.
Right.
Okay, that's my point.
Right.
I also think there's a skill to using, reactive resin bowling balls as well, and having to, as they start to break down, going to an asymmetric to a symmetric, surface changes, things like that, But there's a lot of that's what makes our game so great. Yep. Is the urethane deal now, and then you've got reactive, and everybody can use whatever you want, right?
Yeah. Well, I think the next big thing for youth bowlers is really understanding the power of surface and knowing how to manipulate and change that and understand really what it's doing for you. So that's something that Recruit Us is doing through a series of clinics is, helping the athletes understand, ball dynamics a little bit and what their tools are in their bag. Tell you what, I've been really encouraged by just the positive attitude of all these athletes today. It's been just really encouraging and keeping their head down and getting it done.
Al Leyendecker here in the chat says, I just watched 12 kids bowl a whole game, 140 plus strike attempts, 17 shots out of those 140 plus hit the pocket. Good pattern selection here. Good shot there. Oh, come on. Get that 10 out. It's 5:28. The next squad starts at 6. I will stop this stream, everybody, and I will come back on with a new stream for the Baker event coming up here this evening. You're not going to miss it. We got 3 games coming up for you tonight. I do want to take a minute to thank all of our sponsors one more time before we do go off the air. We do have some bowling left, but I don't want to forget. We want to, of course, thank Storm, the Bowlers Company, for being the title sponsor of this weekend, of this weekend's 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. Thank you to Storm. If you're considering a new bowling ball purchase, make sure you look up stormbowling.com. They've got 900 Global and Rotogrip as well. They make great accessories and bowling bags and everything for your game. Check out Storm Bowling, of course. Bill and Barbara Chrisman, the owners, have supported bowling for many, many years, and they still continue to do so at a very high level. We want to also remind everyone that the PBA Junior program is an affiliate here and a sponsor. Also, the Center for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, some prior parents here involved. Also still support this event. Got some pro shops as well that are involved in this. World Class Pro Shop, DKJ Pro Shop, Bowlers Mart, and Double Up Pro Shop. Also want to thank the great distributor of Bowlers Supply for their sponsorship. Coolwick, the official jersey supplier here of the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. Also Turbo Grips up in Michigan. Want to thank Turbo for their support. The Coughlin family, Vicky and David, both here helping run the event. Of course, you guys at Recruit Us. Dennis Strohmeyer here from Recruit US joins me in the booth right now. And Danny Wiseman Scholarship Tournament. Definitely want to thank Danny Wiseman for all he does for youth bowling and his continued support of this event through his scholarship tournament. And, of course, the staff here at Bowlerama here in Newcastle, Delaware. We want to thank Jeff Benson, his entire staff, and, of course, Stacy and Robin, who do a great job with the youth program here. Remember, 1 out of every 6 players in the youth program qualify for junior gold this year. I'll tell you, I think Eli has more fans here than Shohei Ohtani.
He definitely has a following.
They love him. Oh, man, this is impressive.
He's on it.
Yeah, Bobby is killing him right now. I'll tell you what I'm loving about Eli here. Eli and his buddy. Looking here. Looks like they're up here. Eli and Kyle. After they don't make a good shot, they stay at the line practicing what they should have done better.
Yep, yep.
I'm loving that. Nice shot there from Braden that just didn't hit.
Yeah, it's the makings of a great bowler right there, thinking through.
Now bowling, Bobby Havitler. Four pin there. It's going to be in the 220s, though. What a great game. He looks like a guy I know in the bowling industry, and I know only a few people are going to get this, but he used to work out of Las Vegas. His name was Brandon Allred, and Bobby Havitler reminds me, he's got the same look as Brandon Allred. I'm going to let you tell me if you think that's close. I'll bring up a picture of him. Huh. It's like my Wi-Fi connection has gone down. Let's try this one.
Well, while you're pulling that up, we're just remind all of our viewers and our athletes, we're going to be having a college meet and greet here at between 6 and 8 o'clock tonight, where they get to talk one-on-one with college coaches. Got 12 of them from across the states. So, oh yeah, Mike, that's spot on, my friend. That's spot on.
Pretty close, huh?
Yeah.
I kind of thought so.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, he's
straight at the spare.
Got
yeah,
it.
that's right,
Got it.
Kyle. You go, boy. You go get him. Great shot. Great shot for Kyle. Looks like Eli's dipping into the bread. Looks like he's got some bread. That way when he throws his backup ball at his spares, he's got a little more energy. He just gave me the look, too. He's like, dude, you don't need to be telling the world I'm eating bread.
It did kind of give you a bit of an eye there. Oh, just didn't get that carry on 27 there. Well, Mike, I'm going to peel off. I'm going to go help get these college coaches set for our meet and greet session here at 6 o'clock. So appreciate you letting us hop on with you.
Appreciate you coming in. You're going to be here all weekend?
All weekend.
Well, you can, if the seat's ever open, you can come call some action with me, hang out. Right. It was great meeting you. Thank you for all you're doing to help our sport, and have a great event here tonight, Dennis.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it. Everybody, that's Dennis Strohmeyer from Recruit Us. And we certainly do appreciate him coming by and spending some time in the booth with us here this weekend at this great event. Thank you. Jaden Burrell here. He's clean so far. That's going to need to push. Crosses over. Hey. Got to take it. Got to take it. Action has concluded on 25 and 26, so now we're just only on lanes 27 and 28. It's 5:35 here on the East Coast. My man Eli's up getting ready to bowl right now. And we will be back in about 25 minutes. This should wrap up in about 12 minutes or so. There he is. He's doing his, making sure that he gets through it good. Let me see if I can make a little adjustment here. Duplicate this right here. Get in here and make a little adjustment. Almost covered it. All right, everybody, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit just on our right pairs. Let me know what you think of this. I think this will work better. Kyle out there trying to make it happen. There we go. The crowd goes wild. Just catching up here in the chat. Some of you guys discussing lane patterns and urethane. And I know I kind of started that conversation earlier. With so many different styles in today's game, and with all the different surfaces and oils and shapes of patterns and everything else, it's always going to be debatable because it's going to, some people, I think about 30% of bowlers have a favorable part of the lane that they want to play, that they are considerably better playing that part of the lane with that particular type of bowling ball. And when it's there, they can contend, and when it's not there, they struggle a little bit more. And I think to find the best complete bowler, you should have to bowl on multiple types of patterns with multiple types of bowling balls.
At this event, so be sure to start getting on their radar now. Thanks.
It's going to be quite interesting. What's going on, man? Good. How are you?
Good.
You had a pretty good game there.
It was all right.
Are you a White Sox fan?
I am.
Grandal?
Oh, no, it's like my last name, but...
No, 24.
I like my favorite number.
Oh, it's your favorite number. Hey, I found, tell me if you think you look like this guy. Is that not you?
That's funny.
Brandon Allred. He used to work for Logo Infusion, bowler out of Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for meeting us this weekend. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Nice bowling. Nice kid. Bobby Habitler coming by the booth, spending a little bit of time with me, thanking me for coming. So what a nice kid. All right, Eli, is that going to hook? Is that going to hook? Nope. Too far out. Man, that looked good, and it just hooked a little bit at the end.
363. Thank you very much.
Here goes Kyle. Trying to help his buddy Eli out. Let's see. That was more online.
I need my music. I need my music.
Am I going to hold pocket for Braden? Nope. Crosses over, but he'll take it. A lot of Brooklyns. When you miss inside a target, it likes to cross over or worse. That is for sure. Again, 33 feet in length, very flat oil pattern. And we're going to see the burn coming up here in about 15 minutes. Probably start just a little bit after. Oh, nice messenger. Nice shot there. Let's take a look at this messenger again. Eli working on his delivery there. Didn't quite get around that one at the bottom of the swing. Dumps it off into the gutter. Oh, Kyle way left now. Trying to play a little fallback on the inside part of the lane, it looks like. Misses the head pin to the left, but these guys are the future of bowling. These guys out here are working hard. It's hard not to root for these guys. Eli making sure he gets all the oil off his ball there. Oh, Kyle's got the spare. Nice spare, Kyle. Nice spare, buddy. I like the change of attack. Oh, Eli got a handful of that one. That one's going to hook. He wanted to make sure that one wasn't going in the gutter. He wiped all the oil off. Oh, wow. Oh, 8-10. Are you kidding me? That shot there off his hand looked really good. Maxwell turning around looking at his buddy saying, what was wrong with that? I kind of agree with you. That looked good off your hand, bud. Might have been a touch fast. I do want to thank all of you for tuning in to our coverage here from the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge here on Inside Bowling. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we certainly would appreciate you considering subscribing to our channel. We are at about a little over 75,000 subs currently. We have a bunch of new instructional content coming out. If you haven't checked out our instructional content that we already have, we have over 100 videos teaching you how to bowl that are free for you to go view and check out. We would like you to do that. We also have a lot of past streamed archives over the last 10 years that are right here on this channel as well. We have a lot of videos. We do appreciate everybody that tunes in. And we got a lot more events coming up here the rest of the year as well right here on Inside Bowling. Next month we will be in Iowa for the Ebonite Fall Classic. And then we will stream the Nightmare Doubles again coming up. Kevin Williams Springfield Doubles. That's in October. And in November, we take the month of November off. But then December, of course, we'll have our Holiday Doubles tournament, the Hammer Holiday Doubles, coming up this December from just outside of St. Louis over on the Illinois side at St. Clair Bowl. So some events coming up here on Inside Bowling that you're not going to want to miss. A lot of great competition. Of course, we love to cover everything we can. We do one collegiate event here every year, the Southland Bowling League. We also have this youth event now, which is really cool to be part of this one. And then other amateur bowling events that we have throughout the country that we go and we cover. So it's been a fun ride so far, and we're glad you've been along, those of you that have subscribed. And if you'd like to get on board the bus, we'd love to have you on the bus with us. All you got to do is subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to also support what we do here, we do have a website with some really cool novelty T-shirts. We have over 500 bowling T-shirts available. You can check it out at insidebowling.com, and you can save 15% with coupon code YouTube, which is right there on your screen on the left-hand side. So certainly do appreciate that. There you go. Sydney with the spare there. A little bit of a moral victory there for Sydney. Got a little bit of a jersey squasher there for Eli. Gets a strike. Got a lot of people going crazy for Eli right now. He's happy. He'll take it. He's got a chance. That one there is going to lock him into the Tom Doherty number of 100. He's just going to have to keep it on the lane to get up over 100 here. And the squad coming up here a little bit later today is going to be a little late. We do have a couple other pairs that do need to finish up. So I would assume we're probably going to come on about 6:10, which being about 20 minutes with our next squad coming up. Yeah, Al, Southland Bowling League is now Conference USA Bowling League, and it looks like they have 11 teams right now, I believe. They have 11. I don't know if they're going to get to 12. It's going to be interesting to see who qualifies for the bracket. I'm sorry, not 11. It's 9, isn't it? 9 teams. We've got a Deadwood clear coming up here. 106 for Eli. The final tally gets over the 100 number. Eli switched to his spare ball at the end of the game and was able to control that a little bit better. Well, we had a Deadwood clear, but he didn't quite get it completely cleared. Technically should have to re-rack this. Unless it's an optical illusion. It might be all the way back there. Did not affect the pin carry there. So 132 the final score. A little frustrating. Frustrating game for sure. And now Kyle Wolf is going to finish out our 3 games here from the 2023 U.S. National Junior Team Challenge here presented by Storm. Regular doubles. This is going to be the end of it. He's playing fallback again. Hits the 1-3. Leaves the 2-7, unfortunately. He's eyeing up how he's going to throw at this. I think he's got a pitch black, I think it is, and I think he's going to just stand to the right, and he's going to throw it to the left, and I think he's got a pretty good chance of making this. I think he's got a really good chance of making this. Oh, just goes right around it. So there you have it. We got 181, 152, 132, 193, 130, and 106 to finish things out. Again, folks, I want to thank you for watching this broadcast here. Broadcast 1 of 8 this weekend from Newcastle, Delaware, here at the Great Bowlerama Bowling Facility here. I want to thank the Gassens, Deb and Billy, for having me here once again. I want to thank all the sponsors I've mentioned several times. Remember, 9 divisions here. U15 female, U15 male, U15 mixed. Same in the 18 division and same in the 19 and over, the collegiate division. It's 9 total divisions. Great scholarship payouts here as well. 1 and 5 in the doubles, 1 and 3 in the team events. We'll have triples for you tomorrow, but we've got Baker doubles coming up for you here, right here on Inside Bowling in about 20 minutes here tonight. We invite you to join us. Can't wait to see you here in the chat participating with us and watch some great youth talent take to the lanes. So for Billy Gasson, who joined me earlier, along with Dennis Strohmeyer from Recruit Us, who'll be hosting an event later on tonight here for the athletes to look at possible college opportunities. My name is Mike Flanagan. Thanks for tuning in here on Inside Bowling. And we can't wait to see you here the rest of the weekend for the 2023 U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. Regular doubles in the books. Baker doubles coming up here in just a little bit. See you then, everybody. And if you can't join us later, we'll see you the rest of the weekend. Have a great night, and we'll see you here shortly.